Hey everybody, and welcome to the Gauntlet where we go everything esports news. I am your lovely host, Captain Zeus, followed by these fine gentlemen, Novaburst and JT. We have the results from this previous week's matchup of the Overwatch League, week 24. And might I say, starting off pretty spicy. We had two reverse sweeps, just to let you know, throughout the weekend. And, you know, a bunch of 3-0s, a whole lot of 3-0s. So day one was kind of expected. I'm not going to talk about the second half. The first matchup was great.
Best.
Okay. Paris 3-0'd Vancouver, which was
not a surprise.
Yeah. Houston beat Dallas 3-2.
Hey, that's false news.
That's fake news? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's false.
Okay.
We only give real stuff.
Dallas crushed that ass.
Okay, hold up. They did not crush. The thing is, these two teams, for whatever reason, like to choke against each other.
Okay,
like
so
crazy.
I have a question for you. What's more disheartening as a Houston fan? A 3-0 or getting 2-0 and then losing?
I think the reverse 3-0 sweep is the worst feeling, especially when you had it in the bag. Well, yeah, because if you get 3-0, that's just like, yeah, you're outclassed. But if you get reverse 3-0 sweeped, that proves that you had the edge and you just let it slip.
And then
you literally only had to win one.
I guess.
I watched it, and the last match was so... I was like, Houston should have won that. And literally in the last round, too, Houston was on the point, and it said game over. I was like, what? They're on the point. It should go into overtime.
Nah,
God hates Houston.
They're like, cut it. No, we're done.
Blizzard's like, we're not letting this happen. No, Dallas is our fanboys.
I still believe, like, yeah, I was gonna go to Game 5 no matter what. Houston, surprisingly, they've been getting better recently. Dallas, we always consider them a middle team. So I thought this was, gonna at least go to a Game 5. But
I agree. I thought I was gonna go to a Game 5, not in the reverse 3-0 sweep type, maybe a back and forth. For some reason, these two teams I don't know. Whenever they go against each other, it's like the pressure gets to them.
Yeah.
I'm so gonna kill you. Anyways, day 2.
Has Dallas ever lost to Houston?
Day 2. Okay. They lose in my dreams. They lose in my dreams. Which don't exist anymore. A lot of unexpected matches.
I was surprised. So I think I have a tidbit on Spark here, okay?
Oh, you got some inside scoops.
So in order for Spark to win and for me to be correct, I need to vote against them every time. Because every single time I say they're going to lose,
they win.
I don't think I've gotten them correct once this entire year. Every time I say they're going to win, they lose. Every time I say they're going to lose, they win.
That's literally pretty accurate.
I'm going to start making sure they win because in the back of my mind...
Well, wait a second. What if they watch the video and they're like, oh, that's the reverse psychology move? We're going to reverse psychology it.
No one watches these videos except my mom.
You have a lot of moms.
43 of them.
Okay, we're going to leave now.
Ladies?
Hugs out 3-0 Soul, which was pretty wowzers.
What I say?
Didn't play well.
Soul
what I say?
No, I don't. It was less Spark winning and more Soul just not showing up.
Okay, well, I mean, you guys doubted me.
I did. So congratulations on that. But
continue to doubt you.
That was a Soul choking, not playing well game.
For some reason, they never want to show up.
I'm not saying Spark's not a good team. I'm just saying Soul's a better team.
I'm saying that.
Well,
so for Spark. I'm happy that Spark won.
I am too. I feel phenomenal.
Unrationally, I've been voting for them all the time because I think.
All right, we're gonna move off this. Guns out 3-1 London.
Nobody cares.
Kind of expected.
Hey! I said I gave him one win.
He did.
What happened?
Good that was pretty accurate. Good job, buddy. Now, a sweep, to say the least. Okay, a reverse sweep.
It's a reverse sweep.
A reverse 3-0 sweep that I did not see coming, nor would I have ever seen this coming. Chengdu 3-2 New York. WTF, my dudes.
This was the upset of the week for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, New York has no business losing to a team like this
at all.
And the problem really was kind of like I alluded to last week. actually, we all said it. The hero bans did not affect any team except for New York, really, because it took away their double shield potential and Ana, which is, I mean, J.
Jonex's speciality.
Yeah. So they shouldn't have lost this game even with the bans, but that's kind of why I hate the bans, is because it takes really good teams and limits them. But that's not an excuse. New York should have won this game.
Yeah, you saw there's some fight in them. They did win 2 of the matches, but they should have, like Houston, should have kept that momentum going, but they let it slip. Now it's unfortunate. And
the thing about it is Dallas and Houston are closer, right?
yeah, they're more close in terms of skill.
And Hunters aren't even in the same like realm. They're like
one's top 10, one's bottom 10.
they're like in different universes across the galaxy difference. I think that's a coaching problem. Okay, you go up 2-0, you lose a game. As a coach, you need to step in and calm your players down, reset the series in their mind, because they let that game get out of control
Real quick. Really
yeah, the
quick.
Hunters, as soon as the Hunters started to gain momentum, they did not quit. They just kept onslaughting them. I mean, those battles were not clean,
Nope.
but I mean, they won. So
Which kudos to Hunters. I mean, that shows there's some life left in them instead of them just being a dumpster that we all thought they were. But maybe this is the start of something good for them.
I mean, if you look at the matches, though, it was 2-0 New York, 2-1 New York, and then it turns. So it's 2-1. Okay, New York still got fight. 3-2, New York has fight. And then the last game, it's 2-0. That means the momentum is complete. You could just see it in the matches. Completely switched. So I think that's coaching's fault. They should have fixed that. You should not lose games like that. Complete gratitude to Hunters. Good win for them. But I don't think they deserve that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good, New York.
Yeah. Well, I don't think New York deserved the win either. It's just a bunch of people didn't deserve it.
A lot
I'm a
of
New York
bullying.
hater, so
Aren't we all, though?
Vancouver got smashed by LAG, by the way.
Yeah, Vancouver, once again, back-to-back smashes. They're gonna need to go to
Washington
the
doesn't have
hospital.
any players
Yeah.
anymore. Toronto beat them. Washington,
Toronto just swept that.
hey,
under the
hey,
rug.
Toronto, respect Toronto. They were feeling themselves from that tournament, and then they just
Hold on. Respect
Hold on.
over a win over Washington?
Washington just lost
Yeah.
all their players to a different game.
so what? If I'm
This
Toronto, I'm taking a win, no matter.
A dub is a dub.
Hold on. Washington is like Vancouver. They've lost their entire roster at this point.
This is a true statement. Vancouver
Well-
is Washington 2.0.
What can I say?
Pretty much.
is one?
The only difference is they all went to a different game. All the Vancouver players, for the most part, are in the league.
Yes.
In fact,
a lot
I
of them
think-
were on Washington.
True.
That's funny.
But just not the good ones.
That's true. 'Cause- Anyways,
Haskell.
yeah. San Francisco expectedly 3-0'd Boston. I feel so bad for Boston at this point.
Yeah,
They're never gonna catch a break.
I don't
we
even want to kick
also-
that dead horse.
Talk about my boy Super playing Genji and doing better than the Color Hex, who is a DPS. Like, what?
That's just an embarrassment. Straight up.
Like, I'm not trying to call out Color Hex, but come on, man. You can't
Okay.
look. My man Super, like, he just plays Reinhardt and, other things. But, what I mean?
It's really just
he's mainly
Reinhardt.
known for his Reinhardt.
Yeah.
But come on, you're telling me this man probably never touched Genji in his life, maybe in a quick play game, just comes up in here and just like beats you with like stats wise
With a sock.
with a sock.
With a sock. That
But-
was embarrassing.
Yeah, but top teams are definitely not taking Boston serious. You can just tell them.
Oh,
that.
no.
But
They're
it's
just
still
doing it.
embarrassing for Boston to have a tank go to the DPS role
Yeah,
and destroy the whole squad, especially in stats.
but I'm not even so sure Jerry's even playing anymore. Like,
I haven't seen
I think-
anything come out of him too.
I think they're just
Vacation.
they've shipped the season. They're like, all right, we're done. We're just gonna collect our paychecks and end the season.
Whatever is it.
That's what it feels like,
Whatever.
and I don't blame them. I really
mean,
don't blame them.
I don't know. Boston needs a change. So one thing I don't like about the league is that the bottom teams are like the bottom teams. Sure,
they've fallen apart this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of people just falling apart, and they need to kind of help even out those bottom teams because everyone deserves a fighting chance.
No, I disagree. God, you are so un-American.
Hey, I don't want. No, listen here. I don't want to see Boston.
I know why you're
such a Jerry squad to just constantly getting the crap beat out of them.
Okay, I got two things to say. First off, do you know who owns Boston? The Kraft organization, the Patriots team. Robert Kraft owns them, so they deserve every loss they get.
Oh my gosh,
that's called karma.
That's not confirmed, but I'll
no,
let
it
you
is.
keep this for the hypothesis.
No, that is confirmed. The Kraft organization owns Boston.
We're not 100.
I'm 1,000,000% sure.
This
the Kraft organization.
not confirmed nor denied.
Anyways,
but you may continue, yeah.
And the other reason you want all teams to be evened out, which is so un-American.
No, that's not what I said. I said I want the bottom teams. I said I want those bottom teams to have more of a fighting chance.
I want them to get stomped even harder because I want the top teams to be so good that no one ever touches them. The reason you're saying that is because every team you support is
No. That's not true. I support Shanghai and Florida.
You supported Seoul.
Okay.
We don't talk about
You
Seoul
support
anymore. Seoul is a good team. They're just not being a good team.
You're also a Lions fan?
Okay, we're gonna move on. Atlanta 3-0'd Valiant, which was kind of a disappointment.
Oh man.
I was really hoping Valiant was gonna take this dub just for sake of my argument's sake.
Oh no.
Atlanta just lost their best player. Oh no, you still lost to him.
I don't know. They still have Edison, who's a pretty good DPS too.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. But they lost their star DPS and they still 3-0'd you.
Okay, let's calm down, buddy. I want you to keep that same hype, okay? Paris 3-0 Toronto, which kind of expected.
The match we wanted, but we didn't get to see it. Yeah.
I wanted Toronto to win that match.
Of course.
I know, right?
Why? I wanted Paris to keep this going.
Actually, at this point, I don't want Paris to lose.
I need them to keep winning.
Because I now kind of have them in the top 6 spot, somewhere in the top 6.
Wait, they weren't before?
Well, they have been for a couple weeks.
Oh,
for me.
They should have been.
I want them to lose at the finals.
Why would you say that?
Like, go on a huge winning streak, and everyone's like, "There's no."
Why would you want that to happen?
And then they run up with Toronto or Boston. I don't know how they get there. I don't know how they get to the
Boston
finals.
makes the legendary win streak.
So this has actually happened in other esports where a team went, I think, undefeated or 1 or 2 losses the entire season. Like, didn't even drop maps for the entire season. First round of the playoffs, they got eliminated.
Yeah, I would be super nervous if I was on a huge win streak because that's a lot of pressure on you. Because then, there's so much.
What happens if you lose when it's a knockout round, and then it's over? None of that matters.
You're gonna get clowned. Yeah, it's not gonna matter.
You are the clown.
You are the clown.
Put the mask.
Why so serious? Anyways, Florida 3-1 Atlanta.
Which is what should have happened with LAV.
That's all. Yes, I agree. LA should have 3-1 Atlanta.
Atlanta lost their star player. Didn't they lose a coach too?
No, they showed it was just.
I'm pretty sure maybe that wasn't released information. Anyways,
maybe it's in transit.
I'm pretty sure they're about to lose a coach. Anyways,
everyone's leaving. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a team that's kind of crumbling. You got to get wins on teams that are crumbling. Come on. That's how you take their spot.
Yeah, Valiant's not looking too spicy right now. I think they just need to kind of regroup. I feel like it's also a coaching issue with them because they have great players on there. They have really good DPS. They have at least 3 or 4 that can alternate on there. What's up?
Who is their star player?
There isn't a star player. They have star players.
Oh,
you got the KS squad, and then you got Shax. Those 3 DPS alone are freaking OG. They have good players on there. They have the right, combination. It's just I feel like it's on the coaching squad that's just not pushing them hard enough to take those wins. Whereas on Florida's side, Florida's got everything. They got
Florida's on a really
barbecues.
momentum
They got
high.
Asians. They got everything.
Florida just grinds my gears, dude. They're so
Good. I
Bad.
know.
no, they're not
They're
good.
so
They just
good.
win bull games.
How are you gonna win a bull
get it.
game?
They create such weird scenarios for other teams that other teams don't even know how to react. They're just like, I guess we're going all dive all the time. Oh, nope, we're in shields now. Okay.
Double shielding, I guess. It's like, oh, you thought that? Let me switch it
Let's
up on
run
you.
triple snipers and a tracer.
Sounds like
What?
a matchmaking game. And then to
Analytic
conclude the day, the series,
What a dud.
Valiant 3-0'd.
Didn't even watch this
Awesome.
game.
No one watched this game.
Save the best for last.
Why? I don't understand. They need to put a good team versus another good team at the end always.
Yeah,
Prime
I
time
agree.
match.
Like having Florida
Right.
against Atlanta would have been a better alternative because for some reason they always end the day with Boston. And I'm like, no one wants to watch this match.
No one's watching that match, especially LAV. No one's watching LAV even when they're playing good teams, except you.
Except for me and all of the other LAV fans.
Yeah, not very many of y'all. So
Hey, all
Where's
five
my
of us have a
Boston
voice,
fans?
okay?
see, but day one had a good matchup for the final game.
The what?
Day one had a really good matchup for the final game.
It was, yes. Day one's conclusion matchup was a lot better than day three's.
Even-
Day two's was a better matchup. However, it should have been a better matchup.
Yeah, I agree, but it was a good matchup, even though it wasn't a good game.
Correct. That's what I meant to
So-
say. I don't
so
know why I said
dumb.
matchup twice.
LAV versus Boston. Boston's not trying. LAV is doing whatever they can to lose. So come on.
Still wins.
They're both just sitting there for a paycheck. Blizzard's turned their screens off. They're not even playing anymore.
They're not getting paid enough
No
to
one's-
try hard.
No one's watching. What was the?
Oh man,
Does anyone know what the viewership for that last game was? Did anyone watch that matchup?
I didn't even watch it. After the Florida matchup, I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done.
I didn't even watch all the Florida matchup. When Florida started to dominate, I was like, all right, I know where this is going.
Yeah, because what was it? It was 2-0 by half, and then Atlanta won 1, and then Florida's like, oh, you thought that was all we had, and then they won the last one.
See, but that's good coaching from Florida. You remember when we were talking about, I don't remember who it is at this point, New York.
Yes, it was.
Not sitting there on the exact same thing could have happened to Florida, but Florida
Agreed.
settled down and was like, all right, one game, not a big deal. Reset our mindset. I didn't watch that game. I just assumed that would happen because that's typically what happens in that scenario.
Yeah, it always comes down to the coaching in situations like that. When you're up 2-0 and by the half, and then the enemy team, takes the game, it's really up to the coaching. I mean, it's up to the players as well, but it's really up to the coaching to keep you on track and to keep you guys pushing forward. Because when a reverse 3-0 sweep happens, that's in the mentality state. Because you obviously got 2 games off of them, so you can beat them. But then it comes
You
down
just
to the
need
mentality.
one game.
Yeah, well, just one game. That's all you need, which is what most people think. They're like, okay, we lost that one. You just need one more. That's it.
Which is the wrong mindset to have. If you have that mindset coming into a set and you get up 2-0, you're going to get reverse swept if that's your mindset.
Correct.
You're just not going to be. You won't be able to finish the game. You just won't be able to finish the game.
Because it's going to be
Winning
game
it.
5, and you're like, we just need this last one.
Well, the problem is, all right, they win one. That's not a big deal when you're 2-0, right? If you go into it calm, you close the series out. If you're like, oh, no big deal, we're going to win this game, and you just go in to win the game, you're going to make big mistakes, lose it. Well, now it's 2-2, and you're in a game 5. Well, now you've got all this pressure on you of a reverse sweep, and I don't know how many times it's happened
So many
where
times.
someone breaks that, but it's got to be super low.
It happens. Like, I've seen it happen this season, but it's not often, but it does happen.
Yeah, because it's so difficult when you go up 2-0 and then all the momentum switches to the other side and they have no pressure. At this point, they made an excellent series and they've proven their point that they could win the series. They have basically no pressure going into game 5. And you have all the pressure of getting reverse sweeped and people making fun of you on Reddit and my Twitter account.
That's somehow still active.
I have another Twitter account that I won't tell you the name of.
You have alternate Twitter accounts. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for us. Let us know in the comments what you guys think, your thoughts, conclusions, and what you think JT's other Twitter account is. My name is Captain Zeus. That is Novaverse, and that is JT. And we will see you guys in the next video. See ya.